Welcome to another World of Tanks subscriber replay. My name as always is Maxwell and today's video is from Pogo Man. That's right, Pogo Man. He's driving the KV-5 on an assault battle on the Siegfried line, and they are the defenders this time. So if you've listened to the channel for a while, you know my opinions on the KV-5. On paper it's a fantastic tank. In reality it's not so great because of that little machine gun turret right there is basically with a decent enough gun that is a guaranteed penetrating hit. But this tank does still excel at medium to long range, like this range right here, when you can't pick your shots. So you're not guaranteed to be able to hit that machine gun turret every time. So just going to sit at long range here and try and pick off what he can. As you can see there, the 3001p hitting him square on and doing 0 damage, and another bounce right there. So at this range this vehicle is a beast. Not sure why the 3001p didn't move, just decided to sit there and get himself killed. Pershing going to have a go now, and as you can see the artillery is already starting to come in to try and take out this KV-5. That was probably the Tiger P there having a shot, being absorbed by the tracks, and you see the artillery still landing. Oh, it was probably a Jagdpanther actually. Unfortunately the penetration on this gun is not fantastic, but the armor on it, on this tank, is amazing. As you can see, he can sit almost entirely sideways there, and his armor is still more than capable of deflecting everything that the enemy throws at him. So just going to basically sit on this hill and be an immovable object and just make sure that nobody is going to be able to get past. So the Pershing having a bounce once again, and the Pershing gets quite a decent gun if it has the top tiered gun, and still not able to do any damage to the KV-5. So at this range, if you can keep the tank at medium to long range, then it is an absolutely amazing vehicle. Not quite able to hit the Tiger P there just because of the range, and he was reversing back down behind the hill to get himself into some cover, not wanting to go over and get himself blown up. So the game's pretty well, as I was about to say, pretty even. The enemy gets a couple of kills, so they're losing a little bit at the moment, 5-2. You can see they've pretty substantially lost in the southern flank, but the centre and the north here are holding pretty steady. Not able to get a shot on that Tiger 2 there, as only his turret was poking out. Somebody managed to get a hit and do some damage, so either they've got a bigger gun or they are using high explosive rounds, or possibly that could have been artillery. So just going to drop down behind the hill now so that he can't be seen anymore, which is the best idea. Playing assault as the defender, don't try and push yourself out far too far than is necessary. Obviously still spotted by somebody, probably that T-52. Just going to see if he can get a shot on him and take him out. So no, getting 0 damage on him there, which is a bit of a shame, and then he goes behind the hill and gets taken out. So the artillery is still coming in because the KV-5 is such a large target. It is a bit of an artillery magnet. Should be able to get a shot on this Pershing. I don't remember this gun doing that much damage, so it must have been a while since I played this thing, so I don't remember the gun doing over 300 damage per shot. I thought it was more sort of 200, 250 at maximum, but there we go. Probably should start playing this thing again, as it's just sitting in my garage collecting dust. So yeah, if you're starting to get pinned down by the enemy in your defensive position, then don't be afraid just to fall back and make the enemy come over the hill to you, rather than you sitting up exposed waiting for the enemy. They should be able to take out this Tiger P. Probably wants to angle himself a little better just to try and minimize the guy's shot at his machine gun turret, that deadly machine gun turret. So still losing quite substantially though. The score is 6-10, but it looks like him and the Tiger 2 in the centre of the town there are picking up a couple of kills, but it looks like now they've totally lost in the southern flank and they are getting pushed back in the centre as well. KV-5 just deciding to reverse rather than making the slow laborious turn, as the rear armour on this thing is still beefier than the frontal armour of a lot of tanks at tier 7 and tier 8. So able to just reverse and still be safe in the knowledge that he's quite safe. In fact, in some situations it would probably be better to reverse in the battle just to keep that machine gun turret hidden. So just going to come up around the side of this Tiger 2 and try and offer him some support. Same with the IS, who's holding the last vestiges of the defence in the south there. Able to take out that Churchill Mark 7, and then comes around the corner and spots out a KV-1S and another KV-1S. Taking his shot far too quickly and just bounced on the front armour of the KV-5 and taking a hell of a lot of damage for his trouble. Came in and just punished him there. So should be able to get another shot before his gun reloads, as the reload speed on the KV-5's cannon is pretty fantastic. But again, still losing quite substantially, 9 to 11. So if they're not careful here, they are just going to get surrounded and then picked off. As you can see, already the Type 59 is coming in from the rear. That was a pretty big hit there, doing some significant damage to the KV-5. So he's just going to decide to use his bulk and reload speed to get in on this KV-1S and get the finishing blow before his gun was reloaded, and being able to get that fantastically. And just coming around and actually catching the Type 59 by surprise. So it's not often that a KV-5 is able to flank a Type 59, but in some situations it does happen, and him and the Tiger just going to town on this guy. And oh, that was lucky. In fact, did he take out the Tiger 2's track? Well, if he did, then pretty much that was the Tiger 2's fault. He shouldn't have been charging that far in. He should have stopped so that the KV-5 could have had a shot and then finished him off. But as it is, the KV-5 actually gets out with his life. So the artillery's now being swamped in the north, and there's pretty much nothing that they can do about it. No way he's going to be able to defend himself against a heavy tank and a medium tank. And they are now in that situation where they have been surrounded, so just going to have to either find a weak spot where they can break out or just start fighting back to back. Able to take out the Jagdpanther 2 and the Type 59, both pretty close to each other, so it looks like they are no longer pinned in exactly. Evened up the score pretty nicely to 12 to 13 now. What is that left? The enemy has a Pershing, a KV-1S and a Grill. As we've already seen, the Pershing didn't have very good luck at long range penetrating the front armour of the KV-5, and just caught him at long range again. Will he be able to get a shot? No. Oh, so unlucky, only being able to take out his tank track. But hopefully Blind should be able to get the shot. No, unfortunately missed, so either he's repaired his track and moved on, or that one was just a miss. So not able to get a hit on that KV-1S, but while the KV-5 has their attention, the Tiger 2 is able to sneak around the side and take out the Pershing. So just remember, it's always better to get a win than to go for the glory. If you can keep a tank distracted, focused on you, while you see an ally sneaking around the side, then go ahead and do that rather than rushing in yourself and risking getting killed. It's always better to get the victory than it is to go for personal glory. So exactly what Pogo Man was doing, keeping the Pershing and the 1S distracted, while the Tiger 2 came around on the flank and picked up the kill. So just pretty straightforward to take out the KV-1S there for his 5th kill of the match, as the KV-1S was a little bit too worried about where the Tiger 2 would be coming from and forgot pretty much about the KV-5. So there is the Grill taken out by the Tiger 2, so that's 5 kills apiece, and a fantastic display of defensive work there from Pogo Man. So absolutely brilliant clip. Thank you for sending that one in, and thank you to you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.